Surely you know movie titles such as The Notebook, Midnight in Paris, or The Vow, which have already grown into iconic films about love. That is why today we will tell you all about the beautiful Rachel McAdams, who gave life to many female film characters. How did her journey begin? A popular and respected actress in the world of show business, hardly as like anyone separates private life from professional life. Well, you might be asking how much? Well, you might be surprised. However, do you even know what her private life looks like? And do you know that for years she was in a relationship with Ryan Gosling? What should she do if it wasn't for her acting career? Stay with us till the very end because a lot of information may really surprise you. But don't forget to subscribe to our channel and leave a thumbs up. Today, there is a 41-year-old actress with an extremely impressive cinematic output, from the production of squeezing tears to breathtaking thrillers and funny, tasteful comedies. How did she get into the world of film and win the hearts of millions? Rachel Ann McAdams was born on November 17th of 1978 in London in the Canadian province of Ontario, Canada. She spent her childhood in the nearby but smaller town of St. Thomas, and there she completed her school education from elementary school to high school, and for 3 years during summer vacation, she worked earning money in the local McDonald's chain restaurant. She is the eldest daughter of her parents, and she has a brother Daniel and a sister Kayleen, who happens to be a makeup artist. The McAdams family lived in a rather average and had nothing to do with the artistic world. Her mother Sandra was a nurse by profession, and her father Lance worked as a truck driver and a freight forwarder. From a very early age, little Rachel had shown interest in sport, and at the age of 4, she started to train figure skating. She gave up practicing this field as an adult practically, but until reaching the age of 18, she took part in various skating competitions, which she often won. In addition, she tried her hand at practicing tennis, ballet, the piano, and she was also interested in art classes. Alright, but where's something about her acting here? Her curiosity and involvement in theatrical art aroused strong interest in her, and when she was around 10 years old, so already as a 12-year-old, she appeared in children's theater performances. She took part in Shakespeare's productions at the summer theater camp. For one of her roles, she also received an award at the Sears Ontario Drama Festival Review. Interestingly enough, she didn't think about tying her professional future with this passion, and in high school she was planning to choose cultural studies. Why? Because theater seemed to be her not-so-serious occupation and not a sensible choice, and the fact that she's an esteemed actress is a quite credit to the drama teacher of her group, and he persuaded her that professional acting career was a viable option to her. So Rachel applied and got to York University in Toronto and studied theater program, which she graduated with a bachelor's degree in 2001, and then she began to take her first steps in the movie industry. Rachel debuted on the screen in the Disney series The Famous Jet Jackson. Later, she took part in several other productions such as the movie The Hot Chick from 2002, but it wasn't until the year of 2004 that brought an extremely breakthrough in her career. It was then that she played Regina George in the youth comedy drama Mean Girls, which premiered in April, of course. The role that she had to play immediately put young Rachel on the list of the hottest young Hollywood actresses. And together with Lindsay Lohan, Amanda Seyfried, and Lacey Chabert, they created a story that still generations would love to see. And just in May of the same year that the film premiered, which in addition to being a box office success, also became the dominant romantic drama for a new young generation of both viewers and filmmakers. And here we are of course talking about The Notebook, where Rachel appeared alongside Ryan Gosling. And this adaptation, based on the bestseller by Nicholas Sparks to this day, although 16 years have passed from its premiere, still is one of the most watched films about the power of feelings. The actress herself confessed that she's very sensitive to this type of thrilling love stories, and when she read the script, she couldn't stop crying. She already knew then that such a well-written course of events which squeezed a lot of tears out of her would be something great when it hits theaters. Alright, so we just had two extremely different film genres from 2004 in which Rachel, 26 at the time, showed up and fascinated the viewers around the world and became proof that McAdams has a great talent and a lot of potential. And did you know that Rachel and Gosling were a couple in real life? Well, interestingly enough, they got tied up after finishing the shooting while during the production, and they argued that they could not get along as much, so that Ryan even asked the director to change the actress. However, the chemistry that was between their characters for the viewers is almost tangible, so for the final effect of their work in front of the cameras, they were awarded many prizes, and among others, as many as 18 choice statuettes, and they went for the best kissed and even the sexiest love scene. Rachel and Ryan were in a serious relationship for the next 3 years, and at that time they even got engaged and planned a wedding. However, they parted in 2007, and although their paths converged again and in 2008, they decided to try again and return to each other for a short time, but it didn't work out and finally they ended their relationship. And just for curiosity, we will tell you that they both came from the same region and were even born in the same hospital, St. Joseph's Hospital in London. After their split, Gosling confessed to GQ magazine that the notebook on which he appeared in 2003 introduced him to one of the greatest loves of his life, and he added that people hurt them, assuming that they are similar to the characters from the movie, and he emphasized that their love story was much more romantic than the film script. And many years after their separation, despite the fact that Ryan was already with Eva Mendes, who is now the mother of his 2 daughters, the actor confessed in one of his interviews that he had never met anyone who could top Rachel. Returning for a moment to 2004, we must say that the groundbreaking film titles in her career and the great flexibility that McAdams showed in embodying various roles made that the world went crazy about this young Canadian. She was considered a rising star at the time, and many called her the successor of Julia Roberts, which of course was a compliment. Some people associated with the film industry predicted that McAdams quickly will be among the greatest movie stars. And however, at the height of popularity and a busy period in which she starred in several subsequent titles, such as Red Eye, The Family Stone, or Wedding Crashers, the actress decided to take a break from work. She decided to focus on herself and her family. Probably also her relationship with Gosling was the reason for that, and as she summed it up later, it was the best thing that she could do at the time. And during this period, she rejected many important female roles. And among others, she resigned from the movie Casino Royale from the James Bond adventure series, in which Daniel Craig played the role of the title agent for the first time. And she also decided not to star in Mission Impossible 3 with Tom Cruise, and turned down the role in The Devil Wears Prada with brilliant Meryl Streep. Rachel is an actress who has her own rules and follows them in her life, cause in 2006 she left the photo shoot for an annual Vanity Fair Hollywood release when she realized that the photography requires nudity. She left her surprised friends Scarlett Johansson and Keira Knightley. It turns out that her agent disregarded the information about requiring to reveal the body in a group photo, so when McAdams found out about it, she fired the woman and did not take part in the photo session. Despite the absence in the industry, she still enjoyed the interest, but it was years without any blockbuster hits. And then in 2007, she returned to the screens in the independent film Married Life. It was mostly a low-budget production, however, and the next few titles were not successful and appreciated films. For example, the comedy drama The Lucky Ones, and that turned out to be a financial failure, generating losses in millions of dollars, which was withdrawn from American cinemas after just a week. In fact, it wasn't until 2009 came that she starred in the movie The Time Traveler's Wife, and at that time, an article was published in Entertainment Weekly, which saw the title as a chance for McAdams to return. And over the years, Rachel has appeared in many films, but as it's turned out, in most cases, drama and love comedies have become her hallmark. We could admire her in Midnight in Paris, directed and screenplayed by Woody Allen, who after hearing favorable opinions about the actress, created a female character with her in mind. Later, a beautiful film was made, The Vow, where Channing Tatum was on screen, and About Time, and these are just a few titles you may actually know. For her role in the film Spotlight from 2015, she received an Oscar nomination. Another film that I personally also liked, she impressed in the picture Southpaw, where Jake Gyllenhaal played the main role, and she showed herself from a completely different angle in True Detective series. But enough about movies. Although in the case of Rachel, you can talk a lot about them. Just tell me which productions you know and which one is your favorite. And do you know that the actress, although so popular, never decided to live in Hollywood or any other place close to the entertainment industry? Rachel does not have an American citizenship and still lives in a small town in Canada. As she said 15 years ago, when asked why she wasn't going to move to the cradle of the film world, she emphasized that acting is her profession, not her life, and her life is in Toronto. And nothing has changed since then. She only arrives in Los Angeles if the job requires it. Rachel likes to live modestly and not spend money unnecessarily. McAdams grew up in modest conditions, and despite her fame, she tries to live that way. Her assets are currently estimated at over $16 million. Although, maybe not that much according to the years of her work. I mean, the actress has no urge to collect and capitalize on any fortune. Instead of earnestly expanding her bank account, taking part in example for ads, which always increases the earnings of stars, she prefers to enjoy life and spend money earned from acting to gain new experiences and travel. If it wasn't for being an actress, Rachel would probably choose the life on a farm, and as she once admitted, she does not have a TV in her home because she's afraid of addiction and uses the radio as a source of information about world events. What's more is that you won't find her on any social networking site. The actress has never had Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, although there are many accounts under the name Rachel McAdams, and none of them belong directly to her. Can you believe that? And after filming, she returns to her normal life, which is impossible to see on the internet. Instead, she has been strongly involved in social activities for many years and attaches great importance to environmental protection, which is why she rarely buys new clothes. Interestingly enough, she didn't even have a car for many years and traveled by bicycle or bus around Toronto. She drove a rented car or when she was in Los Angeles because, as she emphasized many times, it is not a city friendly to different means of transportation. But maybe her habits have changed some time ago and she owns her own car now? Well, now she definitely needs it more. And we say so because in 2018, her son was born, and the boy is the fruit of her relationship with Jamie Linden. Rachel's partner is a screenwriter, and he graduated in marketing and media production at the University of Florida. The couple has been dating since 2016, but their relationship is very private. They have never debuted together on the red carpet, and the actress's pregnancy and the birth of their child also remained a mystery for a long time. McAdams returned to work 16 months after becoming a mother to start shooting Eurovision Song Contest, The Story of Fire Saga, and the film already had its premiere and you can currently watch it on Netflix. So, which one of you guys have already watched this production? And let me ask you, what do you have to say about Rachel McAdams? Do you like her as an actress? Did you know that she leads such a completely different and private life? What information surprised you the most about her? Please let me know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel, and if you enjoyed the video, please show it to your friends. See you guys next time. Bye bye.